chat so I know that you're around. And this is Drops Steel. Yeah, and the gunfire sounds just get annoying, doesn't it? Okay. Ooh, this is like get off here. This is Blue Lagoon camo, I think. Sexy. Actually works really well on this map. The light box and stuff with all the white. Really good. I like it. I like it. This is a ranked battle, so I suppose we should get more of a team into the game, right? Let's see. We're cutting off your Frederick, but that's okay. Boom, done. Okay, now one of the things that I do with ranked is, who cares if you're not good at making enough frames? Doesn't matter. I like to go over and take a look at flags. So you've got free XP, you've got regular XP. What rank is this? This is at the 10 to 6 bracket. You've got speed boost, credit boost, anti-detonation, so you're wearing protection, which is good. Consumable reload, credit reduction, and commander XP. So that's good stuff. Take a look at this Fletcher. Fletcher's wearing protection. We don't care about the rest of his stuff. We just want to see if people are wearing protection or not. Fletcher's located. Shocker. This guy is not. Oh, he is. Good. That's an interesting flag. We got Yamamoto on this Musashi here, who is not wearing protection. And in Iowa and Commander Day. Now he's wearing the colors of the Chicago Bears. I'll let you think about that for a moment. When I see people wearing the Chicago Bears colors, I immediately think they ain't gonna win. And our Neptune is not wearing protection. And not using the mini flags either. Okay, my cat is knocking down my microphone like he likes to do. He gets on my lap, and then he gets up, he gets on the table, and then he knocks over the microphone, and then he gets back. It's like he knows that I'm talking to you guys and doesn't want me to. Anyway, so you can see Steel here is heading towards the heal, which is exactly where you'd want to go typically to get that heal. Now, pro strat possibility could be to ask the Neptune to go get it, or see if the Fletcher wants to come with you, assuming that your battleships will kind of hang back a little bit more cautiously while you two get it. The reason I'm bringing that up is because 2 stacks of heal that you get from having 2 ships on that heal at the same time is really dead sexy, especially on a destroyer. I wish I would have known that by the time I was done with the ranked. I played destroyers at first, got tired of them, and switched to battleship, and I kind of regret that. I kind of wish I would have gone back to destroyer. Now your Neptune is really being aggressive here. He's trying to hold off the mid from the enemy destroyers, but that's a very risky play here. Now, you also haven't seen the heal get picked up, which means that both destroyers are probably at the other buff location. In other words, they're mid and you are not. Something to consider as the Ibuki finally goes and gets the buff. Also, notice how the Musashi has decided to screw the team and go this way, which is dumb. I like to see myself parking here, because then I've got good shots up the mid. Iowa's doing that. Frederick is going the other way, which is fine. But I usually like to see ships that space themselves out a little bit more. So, oh well. Especially battleships. You gotta get those broadside shots. Let's talk about your... Oh, there's the Chungmu. So the Chungmu did go that side. That's interesting. He went that side and missed the buff. That's just dumb. He's also naked. And that's exactly right, SAT. Like I was mentioning about the battleship spreading out, Ibuki can just go wherever the heck he wants to. But look at how you're trading with this guy. Now he's got a heal, so if he survives, well, he's gonna come back stronger. That's part of the reason why running with anti-death flags is so important in this mode. Because you have a much higher chance of detonating in a ranked battle than you would in random, simply because of how many more times you're going to get shot at, most likely. Now your Fletcher is already low, which is frustrating to see. He probably took a torpedo. Z46 is kind of lowish too. Got himself stuck into an island. And your Iowa and Musashi are both in a position where they can't really support the team, which is kind of frustrating. You can see that the Musashi is over here, and the Iowa's over here, and yeah, so is what it is, I guess. But this is what you can do in a Kitakaze, is just kind of sit back and farm damage, because why not? You got nothing else to shoot at, nothing else to do. You might as well spread some fires out on people, that sort of thing. Now look at your Fletcher. Your Fletcher is going to go, and he's going to try to get the consumable reload buff. It might be worth it to have gone for that heal buff over there by the Iowa earlier. Oh, there's a Z46. Now you notice that I'm playing with war drums for audio, and I like doing that because it gives me an audio cue. As soon as somebody gets detected that's closer, the audio changes, and that is very, very helpful anytime somebody tries to sneak up on me. I kind of get this audio cue and I know it. So just something to think about. Z46 spotted. I'm not sure why you're ignoring the Z. You should really be focusing on that Z right now. Especially because he's going to pretty much whack that Iowa. It's good though. You guys have one ship advantage. Although your Iowa and Frederick are all very low, and your Musashi hasn't even taken a single freaking hit. Typical ranked, right? Although they got the heal, that is huge. I would like to see you F-key, you know, hitting F3 on targets more as well. Like trying to get them to shoot certain targets like that. Ibuki would have been really good to tell them to shoot the Ibuki, in case they haven't already. You're also within the 12-kilometer range of torpedoes, so I don't see why you're not firing your torpedoes either. Even if they're not anywhere close to where the enemy is, you never know. You get that lucky torpedo or something like that. It's crazy. Yep, could smoke more aggressively, that is true. But I also kind of understand why he's smoking here. Because you go too aggressive and you could get focused down by maybe the Ibuki. Huh? I don't know. Yeah. There's room. There's definitely room. Ibuki takes out the Frederick. That is frustrating. Okay, Musashi DCP'd, so I'd go back to the Musashi at this point. You definitely got to send out those torps, especially if, you know, you're just out in the middle there. Hey, drops, that's fine. That's why you send replays to get, you know, get feedback, man. There you go. So I'd send one to the left and then reload booster it, and then send another one to the right. I mean, you got 4 reload boosters, so might as well use them. Yep, and you can definitely afford to keep gunning at this point and take more damage and trade. You've got 2 stacks of heal going, I think. 3. So you could definitely be more aggressive here. Badger, if you want to send it in, that's fine. Just keep in mind, it's not going to be for a couple more weekends before I cover it, and yeah, there's probably going to be a patch, so... Look at that, you got 2 torpedo hits, and if you would have used your reload booster, you might have gotten more. Haven't seen that Chungmu anytime since a while, and I don't like how your Musashi and Iowa are just kind of pushing up to sit there and bow in and shoot each other. Now you just use your reload booster to get your torps available, and that's almost a waste. I would have rather seen you wait until your torps are up and then fire off 2 salvos quickly. Musashi rammed for, well, no good reason in my opinion. One of the frustrating parts about playing a destroyer is then your battleships are the ones that go and derp around and make all these dumb decisions. Neptune is trying to get the Fletcher to help him out. At least with the Chungmu, you don't have to worry about him torping your smoke, so that's nice. Fletcher got the Chung. Okay. Yeah, going back to what SAT score was talking about, shooting in the open. The nice thing about that is that the enemy battleships will have to react to you, shoot you, and stuff like that, instead of having the ability to position themselves to basically completely negate your 2 battleships at move. Yep, Musashi is definitely a better target. As you can see, he got himself really close to you, so he's shooting HE like he should be. And he took a lot of damage here, but watch, you're gonna heal up pretty quick. Oh, that DPM buff would have been really nice if you could have stayed there a little bit longer, actually. I think you left a little bit too early there, because you had the smoke still, so you could have stayed a little bit longer, got that RPM buff. That helps you with your torpedoes and helps you with your RPM for your guns too, your reload. Going dark might be a good idea here. Try to get yourself undiscovered, or at least getting behind an island before you open up again, so that you're only being shot at by 1 ship like the Iowa. Yeah, reversing around the island, yep. And so what he's talking about there is in your smoke originally, if you back up around the island and you just sit there and wait for that Musashi to come around the corner, you can point blank torp him and do a lot of damage. For whatever reason, he's not going for the DPM buff. Now you're about to get spotted, so I would have slowed down and smoked here. Okay, you're not detected 5.9, good. No problem, Cthulhu. Thanks for hanging out. Alice, how are you, sir? You're down by 120,000 hit points, which is kind of ugh. But hey, look at all those torp hits. And you got your Save a Star medal. Slow down, smoke up here would be great. You can fire on him for free. He's used his DCP, so there you go. I don't know why you're turning south here. I would have kept the same angle and just slowed down and started pew-pewing at him. The Iowa is following the Musashi, so you could possibly torp in that direction and hit one or both of them. Like, that's what you're thinking. Yeah, it's nice to have an escape route, but in the situation you're at, I don't know. I thought originally heading south would have been a bigger issue because I thought the Iowa was going to keep heading south. But for whatever reason, he turned north, so you got lucky there, I suppose. And torpedo hit. No flood, though. Torpedo with the flood, this time probably on the Iowa. And all of a sudden, you guys are still down on hit points, but you're ahead on ships. And you're flooding with at least one of them. You might as well open up now. Oh, never mind. It's rank, man. Don't expect team support. You expect to do as much as you can before you die. That's all there is to it. Then you hit the next battle button. With her. Come on, man. Open up. No point in holding off. What's up, Gary? How are you on this fine day? Good to hear. Those torps won't hit. I would have held them for the Iowa. Actually, I wouldn't have used the consumable at all. You weren't that far away from getting your next torp salvo off. You were waiting for smoke, but you were right next to the Fletcher smoke. I mean, you could have ducked into there. That's the point I was getting at. Like, if you really wanted to, but even shooting a little bit and getting shot at, it's fine. I mean, at this point, you've got the health. Okay, so the Musashi's gonna turn back into your torps. Congratulations. I remember I free XP'd the torpedo upgrade on the Kitakaze, only to end up torpedoing a teammate because of that, which was really frustrating and embarrassing, but you know, it is what it is. 274,000 damage, and you're not done yet. Now, I want you guys to notice how he sat there. Oh, get the heal, by the way. Go get the heal. You guys notice how he sat there and kept the mid. He made the mid his. And I think that's important too when you're playing a destroyer, is to make sure that you are able to hold the mid. Taking a shot here would have been fine. What's he gonna do? Shoot the island? Pretty fortuitous, that timing of the music there. Now at this point, I would turn in, and I'd get to point-blank range, so that in 45 seconds when your torpedoes are available, you can just unload them on them. The other reason you get to point-blank range is so you can't do that. The farther away you are from a battleship, the easier it is for his turrets to turn. If you get right up close and in his face, you can't turn his turrets fast enough to keep track of you. Yeah, he's been definitely using his Kitakaze well. 545 hits, and the hits keep coming. But see, like right now, if you were like 1 kilometer away from him, for one, you probably wouldn't be at the health that you're at, and two, you would have, that would have been an instant kill on him. Probably.
Problem solved, sir.
But you still got the kill, and you got a liquidator out of that too. Nice work. 324,000 damage. Actually, is a little bit higher than, yeah, you had 338,000 total. We just don't see that updating. So, thanks for sending in that replay. That was pretty fun to watch. So now we're gonna switch gears and do the Atlanta. Now I've got two here. Go with the bigger file. Dasha with the perfect timing. And the winner for this round is no CV, please. Yeah, no problem. So I think my biggest thing for you is